Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second damn night that asshole's cut in.
Yeah, there we go!
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Woman.
All right, welcome aboard, boys and girls. It's time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Danny was a little busy, being a little sick a few weeks ago, and last week it was the opening weekend of football season. I called it last week because I was enjoying myself way too much.
Yeah, man, it's been a while, right? See if we can remember how to do this thing. So.
Yeah, I don't know if we know how to do it or not, but it's good to see you, Hylunder. What's going on, man? How are you?
Gosh, you know, the week before I was sick, I was in San Antonio. So,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're doing much better, thank you very much. How are you doing? How was the shop till you drop?
Shop till you drop went just fine. It was a little slow, but the big one is in November. That's when the big one happens. It's 3 days.
Business? Was anybody interested in having anything done?
Oh yeah. I handed out quite a few cards, but you know me, it's I don't get busy until if they don't decide whether they want to spend that kind of money on a gift until December. They don't decide till last minute, really. And I told everybody I handed a card to last night. I was like, look, if you want to get that Christmas gift, you better get it to me by the end of November because it's going to take at least 2 weeks for you to get it framed,
Right.
So,
Right.
I tried to, let them know it's going to take a minute. But anyway, everything's going good, man. How about you? What's going on?
Oh, it's going good. We're moving into our audit season, coming out of the busy season, so things are slowing down. But we've got our annual audit coming up, so it's about buttoning things up and things like that. But other than that,
Gotcha.
business as usual.
Yeah. Well, let's see who's in the chat real quick tonight. First one in tonight, other than my brother, he was in there, telling you guys to, like and subscribe and everything. But Snortapoopus was in early tonight. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I know you love that name, don't you, Dan? Snortapoopus,
Love
man.
the name.
He's awesome. The full name being Snortapoopus Q Burr. Okay, don't forget that. But anyway, Killy Chow is here, the big Alabama fan. I do have respect for you, Killy Chow, because you stick with your team no matter what. So
Yeah, that's what you got to do, man.
that's what you're supposed to do.
Look at me, I'm decked out in Saint stuff, and they might not win 6 games all year. So
Right. Snortapoopus says, "Rip Charlie Kirk." Of course, we'll be talking about him tonight. We can't talk about the week's headlines without talking about that. That's for sure. And I love Dan. Dan is the first one in here with the LFG, but he's got a different way to spell it. Geaux for the go. He wants to hear that friggin' great line from that frickin' great movie.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Well, I got to tell you, we can't get started without knowing what you've got slung around your shoulder tonight. What you got there, man?
Instructions. This is a beautiful guitar, man. This is the old Blackie. It's got the P90s on it, man. These are awesome. It's got the gold hardware.
Yeah.
There's no weight relief on this sucker right here. So this rocks. This is a rock machine right here. I tracked with it on the first track for Tsunami. You see the artwork behind me. But yeah, this thing rocks. I love this guitar. Yeah.
Keely Chow says, "How about them Cowboys?" Oh my gosh, man! Wow, what a game! It was a good game. It started off rotten, and it ended up being a no defense slugfest.
Explosion in the second half.
And he says,
"I don't want to play anymore." So here's the ball. So.
Right. Russell Wilson said, "I'm tired." There you go. You can take it. And Keely Chow says, "Here we go." And I've got that one too. You know I've got that one too. You know I've got that one.
Yeah, there you go.
I noticed they're not saying that this year. He's going with a different.
Is he going with a different cadence? I didn't really notice, man. I'm so used to seeing it.
That off on that freaking thing. So they had
wow,
to do
man. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Ariel Ballet says, "Old Blackie," talking about your guitar.
That's it, man. It rocks, dude.
That's cool.
Love this thing.
She says, "Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?" It's good to see you, Ariel. Okay, so guys, Sly has been getting on my nerves here lately. He likes to yell too much. So we went with a guy that's a little bit more positive for our new production manager, our new producer, and let me introduce you to him.
Oh, righty then.
he says it's time to get into the top of the heap. So let's do it, shall we? It's time for top of the heap. That's those stories where we gotta get into the meat of the thing.
It just never gets old, man.
Yeah, I know LSU winning championships never gets old, and if they get their offense going in college, they can probably win another one. We'll see what happens.
Eject! Fire on the flight deck.
This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control and we'll be lucky to live through it.
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
What can men do? Gotta go through the drudgery of the world
first. I
first.
believe that thing is still. I thought they were going to make some headway with the meetings, the summits, and
what we know on day 1,299. 1,299. We're in the fourth year, folks. We're in the fourth year of this thing. Ukraine president accuses Moscow of expanding the war and warns allies not to wait for shaheds and ballistic missiles before taking action.
They're the worst, dude. They're the worst.
And what they may be talking about is they had to scramble fighters this week, man. What happened was some drones drifted towards Poland from Russia, and some American jets shot them down. Of course, Poland's got NATO forces there, and they had just arrived. I think it was F-35s, shot down some Russian drones that had drifted into Polish airspace. So, just exactly what I'm worried about. Escalation of this damn thing. It looks like it may be happening.
I thought they were going to make some headway with those summit meetings, and it just nothing ever came of that. And Russia's just going along business as usual because they've got deep pockets and unlimited resources, I guess, man. And they just keep on going. So.
Well, Putin.
Sign your pity on the running kind.
That's his attitude about the whole thing.
Over into Poland and.
Yeah, they don't need to escalate this thing, man. I mean, if they've got differences with Ukraine and everything, which we've documented on here, what the differences are, what each side's saying. You know, Russia went in there to Nazify the area or something like that.
Anti-Nazify.
Yeah,
That's a new term. That's a war term.
Yeah, that's, you know, and then of course Ukraine has been in bed with certain corrupt elements in the United States for a while now, so they're hard to take credibly. So it's a no-win scenario, if you ask me. It's a Kobayashi Maru type thing, and it just needs to come to a stop, man. That's what I'm thinking.
Nobody's asking us.
No, I know nobody's asking us. Nobody gives a shit what we think about it. That's for sure.
No. Keep paying the tax money, that's all.
Right? That's all they care about. Yep. Let's see. This war is going to be just as long as both Civil War and the Confederacy. I don't know about all that. Oh my God. Real Wade Nation comes in with a hot LFG. Oh boy.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
It's good to see you, Wade, but remember, don't spam that shit. That ain't cool, man. Casablanca is an anime. Okay, whatever, buddy. I don't know what he's talking about there. He said I feel bad for Poland. Yeah, I feel bad for Poland too. They're right there up against it, aren't they?
What's wrong over here, man?
You know, man, shit. What the hell, man? We don't need any of that stuff. Also, and what's going on in the Gaza Strip, apparently it's spilling out of the Gaza Strip. Trump feels very bad about Israeli striking Qatar.
Uh-oh.
Or Qatar, excuse me, not Qatar, Qatar. Apparently, let's see, unilateral bombing inside Qatar is... Qatar is a sovereign nation, close ally to the United States that is working very hard and greatly taking risks with us to broker peace, does not advance Israel or America's goals. This happened Tuesday. It was an airstrike in Qatar, and they targeted a Palestinian militant group, Hamas's senior officials in Dawa. I guess is how you pronounce that. But yeah, that's not the only people shooting at Hezbollah and these guys in other places. It's... I'm trying to... Let me see. Where is... Yeah.
Where's what?
Hang on. I'm trying to find... I guess I lost it. No, I think I have it in a different area. But... yeah, we also hit a boat in the seas off Venezuela that was supposedly running drugs, and apparently it's some kind of triangle where Hezbollah's money laundering through that shit. So it's getting nasty. They're going after the money, guys. They're going after the heads of these things.
The Venezuelan government is calling people to arms there because of what we did. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's in our own hemisphere. So.
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on what's going on, man, and make sure that they're doing it for good reasons. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And how do we know that?
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know, if they know that they're... Why don't they stop them before they even got on the boat if they know it's drugs? I mean...
Because they got to get the cash first before they wipe them out. So.
Is that what it is, bro?
Yeah.
Got to get the cash?
Got to get the drugs and the cash.
Got to make the money?
Put little perverted islands out there. So, you know.
I hear you. No, it was in the Caribbean. Yeah. Well, it was a Venezuelan boat, though. But anyway, let's see. Christian DeLorme is here. He says hello. Hello. Low Spec Linux Gaming. The Penguin Man is here. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. I hope you weren't over on Rumble looking for me because I don't have the chat up tonight. I haven't streamed all week, and I'll detail why here in a little bit, but thought it was good to unplug this week. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, they're attacking outside of the war zones. Surgical strikes, mind you, but still.
No. Expansion.
Yes, expansion. And that's...
Netanyahu and Putin are like, you know what? We're going for it.
Yeah.
Going for it.
the end around. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody, yeah. We'll see what goes on, and as long as there's money to be made, those things will continue.
Oh yeah. Well, there's always money in weapons, bro.
Yep.
You know that? Yep. And I'm sure we're arming both sides or something.
Are they any closer to getting their hostages or remaining hostages back?
They still don't have the bodies of the ones that are. You'd think after all the shelling these guys had done, they'd go ahead and give those people back. You would think.
Might be dead already from all the shelling. Who knows?
Well, they know a few of them are dead. They want the bodies for closure. You know what I mean?
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's completely weird. Completely weird. All right. Next up, this was hideous. This was really last week's news, but suspect in fatal stabbing of Ukraine refugee charged with federal crime. Pam Bondi is pretty much saying that this guy, where's the quote? He will never again see the light of day as a free man. Apparently, she charged him with a federal crime for causing death on a mass transportation system.
You'll never see the light of day again after being incarcerated. I don't know how many times.
14 times he'd been arrested, Daniel.
That young
14
lady right in front of him
times.
is dead now.
Yeah. And she had left the Ukraine to get away from the war.
And was killed on an American subway.
Yep. It's ridiculous. It's just, yeah, I'm with you.
Those people that did those rulings, they really need to be looked at and held accountable. Because this guy obviously has problems. He should have been in an institution. He should have been getting whatever care he needs instead of being out there on his own, living with the demons that are running around his freaking head. And now that young lady right in front of him is dead because of it.
Yeah. Well, no president is perfect. And I am a big fan of Ronald Reagan, but one of the worst things he did was close down federally funded institutions. You know what I mean, Dan? And it's been a downhill slide ever since he did that.
Here's the deal. I mean, administrations that do these things, they try to reel in this gargantuan, swollen tick of a fucking government that we have now.
Mm-hmm.
And when they start cutting these programs that people have become dependent on now, which is totally intentional, they are looked at as being monsters. Nobody cares about the administrations that keeps taxing us and taxing us and taxing us, because all these things cost money.
Yep, they do.
So when you have administrations that come through and say, look, we got to balance this. We can't keep living in debt. Again, I keep saying this. It's not like a fucking broken record. You don't run your house that way. You can't run a country that way. Yep. And so when somebody comes in and starts reeling things in, all of a sudden they're monsters.
Right.
So don't blame them. Blame the entire system.
That's it.
You need to stop looking at you're on that side or you're on that side or you're on that side. That's so counterproductive, man.
Well, we're going to get into it here at the end of the top of the heap quite a bit. But the whole two-party system is just broken as hell, and
it's totally failing.
Yeah, and
it's got us at each other's throat.
Yep, that's a fact. Next up, we all know what the big story was this week. You've seen all the headlines. This guy running away from Utah Valley University after he ended the life of Charlie Kirk. This guy did a pretty good job on the ground there in Utah, the Utah governor. You saw all these headlines. I'm just going to run through them real quick, guys. You've seen all this stuff. We've forgotten arrest in it. I really don't want to amplify this guy's name. I'm not going to say it because I think half the time they do these things just to get famous, and I'm not going to help them with that. Charlie Kirk was gunned down right in front of God and everybody, about 3,000 people at Utah Valley University. And I tell you, real quick, I'd like to play a clip of his, something that he put out in the world a while back. And me and Danny decided we're not going to show a ton of clips that he's done, but we thought this one best embodied this guy and what he stood for. So we're going to go ahead and show you this one right here. Hang on one second. When I have to do sound on this platform, I have to change it around a little bit. Hang on.
Well done.
Well, dude, I can't do it when I'm in the middle of this, Daniel. You're wrong for that, bro.
I give no quarter. No.
You give no quarter, huh? Well, let me go ahead and take care of the business first, okay? You know what? That's not even in here, Daniel. We don't even have that one in here. Okay, well, I'll have to add it before the end of the show. That's in the football one, dude. It's not in this one.
You played it on our show 4 weeks ago, the last time we did.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
It's not here. I'm telling you.
Okay, well,
it's not
blame
here.
the producer. So, roll the video.
I surely will, man.
Let's
Moving on, he says. Moving on. All right. Let me make sure the sound's up. And it is. And we'll go ahead and hit it.
For those of you that are not yet believers, it's very simple. You're going to have a court date. We all die. And you're all going to meet the supreme judge of the universe. Justice is getting what you deserve, which is going to a not-so-good place. We're all sinners, and we all fall short of the glory of God. But thanks to the cross, a perfect, loving God who came down in human form, human flesh, lived a perfect life and died for us so that we can live forever. At that moment, we're about to get that sentencing into eternal damnation. Somebody says, no, I know him. I know her. Welcome to eternal life. You have an opportunity. The gospel in 4 words is Jesus took my place. 3 words is him for me. 2 words is substitutionary atonement, and 1 word is grace. Grace you cannot earn. Grace you do not pay for. It doesn't matter how much money you give to the hospital. You can't earn it. It doesn't matter if you're a good person. It doesn't matter if you have always done the best you can, because what's different about Christianity is that it's a gift for all of humanity to receive regardless of everything that we have done. And your life will be transformed. You will be born again. Grace is not earned. It is given by a God who loves you and wants to spend eternity with you. It is the most important decision you can make in your life. Here I am. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
That's the words of Charlie Kirk.
Amen, and that is the good news, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
If that doesn't touch you, then I don't know what does.
Yeah, it's a shame. And, he said some things when he was debating people that some people don't agree with. I didn't agree with everything he had to say.
Everybody is something that they can be twisted and misconstrued. Everybody has.
Yep.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But the good news is Jesus came and died for us.
Yep. And he believed in that. And I got to tell you, man, the shame of it is, this is what I think sucks about it. The one guy, all this tribalist shit, which we were talking about earlier, this left-right bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
The one guy on the right that was willing to listen to the left and exchange ideas with them in an open setting is not here anymore. That's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
His
whole thing was spurring conversation.
Yeah.
There's got to be dialogue. Got to
Mm-hmm.
be dialogue.
Yeah.
And when there's not dialogue and we're so polarized, we would rather kill somebody than listen to what they have to say. You can't build bridges on that. You can't build bridges on decay. And that's what's happening. Mm-hmm. Culture rot. We are so pushed against each other now that, again, like you said, believe in what he says or not, like what he says or not, he started conversations, which is always a good thing.
Mm-hmm. If there was more conversations going on between Ukraine and Russia, who are not talking to each other, they might work this shit out. But no, they're slinging missiles at each other and shit, and drones and crap. So a lot of ripple effect from this now. You would imagine, because I've heard all kinds of things like, oh, this is MLK, this is Kennedy. Whenever this happens, it's never good. Okay, it's never good when somebody gets killed in public where everybody can see it. It's not a good thing at all.
No, it's not good. It's not good at all. And you're talking about people losing their jobs because they have an opinion?
That's what we're fixing to go to here. The graphic video of the Kirk shooting was everywhere online, showing how media gatekeeper role has changed. They're talking about the mainstream media, how they didn't show this at all on any of the major networks. But if you got on X that day, you were going to see it in slow-mo and 4K. You know what I mean? It was all over the place. So that is there. Know that if you don't want to see stuff like that, don't go to the internet when stuff like this happens. Because I saw it and it was just sickening, man. It was bad. Let's see. Ariel says, so let me ask you a question. Why is Charlie Kirk's death, that was the final straw? Why wasn't the center and right not in this much of an uproar when kids had been murdered? Yeah, I'd have to say it's the manner in which it happened, It was clearly a political assassination, so,
See, kids and what that person's talking about, they don't hold strings of power.
Right.
Well, nobody gives a fuck, right? They don't care. This guy right here, big-time fundraiser, big-time promoter of a certain, administration. So, yeah, there's outrage, and it's all over the place, right? But you let somebody else get killed. Look at that young lady who got killed on the subway, right? We just talked about that, right? Where's the moral outrage for that? Or kids that are gunned down the street. Where's the moral outrage? This guy is part of the elite group, so you got to lower the flag to half-mast, and and I don't know. Was not his intention, but he's become a part of that.
Yep.
And it just seems to me that all the guy wanted to do was to start conversation.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
that
basically
seems to be getting lost. And what I see is you're seeing the worst in people. You're seeing just vile from both sides, and there's no middle ground there for whatever reason.
People that are celebrating his death online, which I don't know if you need to do that, but they are losing their jobs, apparently. There's a Panthers PR staffer that got fired. Charlie Rock, he got fired.
You got professors getting fired. You got just everyday people working jobs getting fired.
Working regular jobs.
Because of their opinions.
Yeah, people are doxing them, letting their employers know that they've done this. And a lot of places now do have stipulations where they can fire you for cause because of what you put out in social media. So, if you have signed something like that before you before you go to work for somebody, first of all, I wouldn't sign anything like that. Secondly, it's going to come back to bite you. But it's a slippery slope. You don't want people getting fired for this kind of thing.
Well, no, everybody should have an opinion. That's one of the pillars of our founding is the freedom of speech, right?
Yep.
So, this thing right here is we've already got an administration that's got no problem sending the National Guard into cities, and this would just be another step towards that. And there's a lot of people that are totally happy with that. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want that, because that's just another step towards, totalitarianism, dictatorship. You need to understand and take note of what's going on. But this is all byproduct of us being so polarized that we don't talk to each other anymore. Hate. For on a number of different levels. And then we're told, you have to do this. I have a couple of good friends, and I'm not going to name any names, but these people are intelligent, educated people. And you want to talk about totally different spectrums on this thing. And they would never talk to each other. Never. Have no interest in talking to each other.
Yeah.
And these are educated people. But they're dug in, and there you go.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What did Reagan say? We're not going to fall from a foreign power.
No. It'll be from within. Yep. Absolutely. Let's see. Read by Nature is here. What's going on, man? It's good to see you. I think I see that Wolvie is here. Wolvie of the Quarter Jew is here. Das Wolfen is here. He said there is having an opinion, and there is calling for or approving death of someone. Yeah, that's bad, and that's why I said I don't think you need to be doing that. But I do have to let you know, Das Wolfen, I'm ready for you this time, because he's only got one question for you.
What can I do?
That's what Das Wolfen's got to ask. What can I do? He says, well, I can not let my opinion be out there, even if I wish this guy had been smoked. I don't need to be putting that out in the sphere. It's not good karma for you, right? It's just, it's bad. But people shouldn't be losing their jobs over it, I don't think.
Pretty
sure we got free speech in this country last time I checked.
If the Klan wants to organize a rally and speak and say just vile shit, they get to do that.
You know what I got to do? I've got to get that clip from The American President. Do you remember that movie, Dan, with Michael Douglas? Do you remember that movie?
I vaguely remember the movie.
At the end of the movie, he said, America's you got to work for it. He said, you want to celebrate free speech? He said, I want to see you celebrate somebody who friggin' makes words make your blood boil, and let him do it, even though you don't agree with him,
Yeah. That's freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not always going to be beautiful.
I have to get that clip, man. I have to get that clip.
We should be able to voice our opinions and not worry about getting shot in the freaking neck.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. When I saw that, Daniel, I was like, oh, my God, he's not walking away from that. I mean, you're a hunter. You know what happens when you get hit by a high-powered rifle in that area of your body. You're not walking away from that. I was like, wow. Unbelievable. Let's see. Ariel says, Joe, are you going to show the 3 million march in London? I didn't know anything about it. Of course, if it happened today, I did not know anything about it. Let's see. The one where Douglas played the body double. No. This was it was a rom-com, man. But he has a really good speech about freedom and of speech in America and stuff like that. I feel like Charlie would have still defend the guy that shot him because of the Second Amendment. Yes, yeah. He said. It's kind of ironic that he said it. He said a few deaths is a price we're going to have to pay if we want to keep our guns. He said a few deaths a year, we're going to have to pay that price. Let's see. Das Wolfen says, this is just giving back what they gave to us for the last 10 years, how people have lost their jobs or sponsorships or even being debanked because they have an opinion that is different. Yeah, but here's the thing. I didn't like it when that happened to a lot of us, okay? I did not like it when that happened. I don't like it when my friends' channels get shut down for things like that. I don't like that. So I don't wish that on them. I just don't.
What's the old saying, Joe John? 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Wrong is wrong.
Yep. Let's see.
Not when it suits you. It's wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
she says it happened the same week he was shot. Well, I got to tell you, darling, I said at the beginning of the show, I checked out from Wednesday to today, pretty much. Okay. The only person I interacted with was a family member on my Facebook, and that was it. Because it's just, look, man, something like that happens. You remember where you were when it happened. Okay. I guarantee you, God love her, if mom's memory, worked like it used to, she would remember where she was when JFK got shot. I remember, Danny, as a kid, mom being upset when Nixon got on the helicopter and left the White House. I remember that. I was like 8 years old, and I remember that. She was upset by that. You know what I mean?
I was living in Virginia when they tried to shoot Reagan.
Yeah.
And the Secret Service guy got shot in the head and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's one of those moments that you just don't forget where you were, and you saw something that was wrong. That it was completely wrong, and he would forgive that guy. And I'm not going to dig into him because
first. I mean,
that's it. I mean, but I can't, I'm sitting here trying to produce the show and I'm trying to gather my thoughts and it's not working too well. But I do want you to know that I don't think anybody needs to have their voice shut down. That should not happen. Now, if you signed something that said they can look at your social media, you shouldn't have done that to begin with. Okay? You should tell them you're not going to sign anything like that. If they really want you, they'll hire you anyway. But that's just a way to control you, dude. That's what it is. It's a way to control somebody. So, let's see. Reba Nation says 3 million Brits turned out versus the 3,000 counter protesters. Wow. Yeah.
I saw footage of that. That was really impressive.
Yeah. They also paid tribute to Charlie, but didn't watch the march myself. Just what I heard. Yeah, I got you, man. Well, I'll look into it and we'll report on it. I didn't see anything like that. But anyway, okay. So, that's it for the top of the heap. And the boss is, believe it or not, the boss is telling me, job well done.
Alrighty then.
He says time to move on.
Moving on.
He said it's time for the jockstrap, boys and girls. Yeah, that's it. It's time for that old Vanderbilt. Is it the Commodores, Daniel? Is it the Commodores? Is it the Vanderbilt Commodores?
Yeah.
Okay. He's getting him slapped around.
Yeah.
We got our guy shooting threes and everything. Yeah,
Making it rain. Yeah.
Making it rain and whatnot. We've got the games going on right now, guys. We're actually broadcasting this between games. Let's check in real quick on the game I was watching, which was the Kansas City Chiefs. Looks like we got a final. Philly pulled it out by a field goal. Oh my God, Knock is going to be uncontainable. They lost by 1 point to Indianapolis. Is Danny Dimes for real? What's going on there, dude? And Arizona, as we thought, pulled it out against Carolina. So
I tell you right now, it's hard to play defense in the freaking league anymore.
It is. Everything is slanted towards the offense. It is hard to fucking do. You're absolutely correct. And what sucks is they're giving free reign to guys like this dude, Tyreek Hill. All but benches Tua Tagovailoa for the Dolphins with sideline tantrum. That was last weekend during the Dolphins game when they got killed by said Indianapolis Colts. I don't know, Dan. I think we do a show at 10 o'clock every Sunday morning, and we all agreed the Miami Dolphins are probably going to move this guy. I would imagine by the trade deadline. They've got to be looking for some kind of value out of this guy, wouldn't you think, Dan?
Well, yeah, but who's going to take it? Cowboys will take him.
Oh, yeah. They picked up George Pickens, didn't they? Yeah.
He had a good game. It's just they're a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
Is the head coach still there in Miami?
Yes, he is. I have predicted he will be fired by the end of the year, I think.
Yeah, they took it on the chin again today, didn't they? They lost to the Patriots.
Well, you know what? You said that, and I just got rid of it. I don't know if they won or lost. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that the Patriots had their way with the Dolphins today.
Yeah, we'll check it out for sure. I don't want to say yay or nay, but this guy's a problem. He's a friggin' head case, and yeah, he's a pain in the butt. Let's move on over to baseball. Danny's second favorite sport. He's a little upset with his Red Sox. They've started the swoon. What do we call it, Dan?
Early, mid, late season swoon. They're going into it now. They had a chance to really make hay against the Yankees. They had the 3 games set, and they dumped the first 2. I don't know what they're doing today, but they're pretenders. They're not solid, so they're not going to make any noise. So Yankees are rising again. They had their little hiccup there for a good 2-3 weeks, but they're moving again. So yeah, the Sox they're not going anywhere. So yeah.
But how are the Brewers doing? The hottest team in baseball, though. How are they doing?
Steady Eddie, man.
91. They cracked
Eddie.
The 90 win mark. Holy shit, man!
Wow. Yeah, the Patriots did beat the Dolphins today, 33-27.
Okay. 33-27. They must have pulled away there at the end of it. It was close. It was back and forth. Let's see. Question for both Oakland teams that left. Did they leave the Bay because of how bad it was becoming, or were they bought out by another city or something? Well, I can tell you in the case of the Raiders, they have a different ownership group that wanted to move them to Vegas. So
yeah, and the A's couldn't get a new ball field out of Oakland, so they're moving. Yeah.
So that's what's up with that, Ariel. has nothing to do with what's going on there as far as politics goes or anything like that. That's why they left. New owners that wanted them in different cities. That's all. But as far as the Raiders go, now what Danny said, the ball field has a lot to do with baseball, and if they can't keep it up, then she says boo.
Well, yeah, I mean, football's no different. The stadium, the ownership group gets with the city and they help out with taxes and blah, 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 make it very business friendly. And when that stops, they move. So Oakland's always been a tough place to keep a franchise. And, the A's have been there the longest. So sad to see them go. They're going to be in Vegas next year.
Yep. Okay, last one in the jockstrap tonight. History maker Crawford stuns Canelo in Vegas. I heard this went the distance, right, Dan?
Yep. He won on all cards, unanimous decision. Both of them are great, great champions. Probably not at the peak of their career anymore, but they're both champions. And by him winning last night, the first time that he seen unified belts in 3 different weight classes, I believe it was.
Tap your mic real quick, Dan. You're muffled. Yep.
Shalom, shalom.
You're good.
He wins belts in 3 different weight classes, unified belts.
Mm-hmm.
So that was historic. But these 2 guys are great champions. And, I went the distance, and he won on all cards. So congratulations to Bud Crawford. Well done. Coming out of Omaha, Nebraska. This is where this guy came from.
No kidding. Yeah. Wow. You don't hear many boxers from there. You hear about a lot of football players from there, but
he's been doing it at a high level for a long time. Really has.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I hear you.
Congratulations.
I hear you. All right. And the boss is talking to me already. He says,
Alrighty then.
oh my God, Kelly Chow coming in hot with fuck John Fisher. Whoa, dude, he's just upset with this guy. Just you wait, Logan Paul will soon be doing this. He won a belt or 2 in the WWE. Let me tell you something, Ariel. His brother fights these old boxers, okay? It's not him. He don't want no part of being in a boxing ring, believe that. But he's a good wrestler. He is a good wrestler. He chose the right place to go. Logan Paul did a good job going into wrestling. I thought he did a great job doing it. So he's actually that's why he makes a great villain, because he just he's good at it, and that sucks if you're a fan of the traditional wrestler, because this guy just steps in and starts doing it great. You know what I mean? But anyway, okay. It is time for the flicks, boys and girls. That's what it's time for. If I can find the introductory video. It's time for the flicks. Yeah, let's go. Not let's fucking go. Let's go. The flicks, boys and girls. Yes. It's time to check out what's going on in Hollywood. That different set of millionaires trying to lead our lives, right? You know? I mean, and that's something our new boss knows a lot about.
Alrighty then.
We always start with the projections for this weekend. The night is not over with, but it looks like Demon Slayer strikes again. Now, this is the one that had the musical edition out last month that did a whole lot of money globally, and this one made $70 million in the States. There are a lot of anime fans out there, boys and girls. I saw the ads for this, and they had a special event, and it made a bunch of money. Before we go too much further, hang on.
That's it, man. You know who
the guy is here. We got to let everybody know. His name is not Fuck Headquarters 2005. No, he has a different.
There are some who call me Tim.
That's right. Tim is with us. He says, "Hail, what's going on?" He says, "I don't know my name. What is it?" Well, it's Tim, of course. You know that. Demon, whatever, Daniel says. Whatever. He's at work. Well, thanks for checking in, man. Yes, the anime, Ariel. The anime. Yes, absolutely. The Conjuring did well in its second week. It made $26 million. Downton Abbey, the grand finale, which opened this weekend, ended up third with $18 million.
Okay,
yeah, Downton Abbey is a series of movies about a British family.
British.
Oh, you would never watch it, Dan. You would never watch this. The Long Walk, based on Stephen King's story about kids being in the long walk where if they drop below a certain speed, they get shot. This is not my taste in movies right here. It sounds like Squid Game to me. And then Toy Story's re-release was fifth with $3 million. So that's our numbers this week. Also this week, Rick Davies of Supertramp, co-founder and singer, dead at 81. Goodbye Stranger, Breakfast in America, and Bloody Well Right were some of the biggest songs he did. And I like Supertramp. I thought they were pretty good. They're not rocking. They're not hard rocking. They're more easy listening type of music is what it is. It's not exactly. It's not exactly. You don't have to be a fan-o-lo to listen to it. It's not at that level, but it's more pop music. That's of its time back in the 70s. So, yeah. I liked Supertramp. I thought they were pretty good. And he's gone at 81 years old. These guys are just dropping off, Dan. These guys we used to listen to as kids, They're it's that time,
And yet,
Clint Eastwood marches on. Yes, he does. Let's see. Ariel says, did Demon Slayer do better on its first day than Superman and Fantastic Four? No. It did not.
Everything did better than Fantastic Four.
Everything did better. I liked Fantastic Four, man. I did. Let's see. I hear they were a bunch of tramps that have superpowers. Well, you heard wrong. They're just a music group. That's all they were. And Keely Chow says, "Rest in peace, Rick Davies." Lastly, we have a new Miss America. Yes, we have. She's been crowned. She is from, let's see, I believe, she won the state title in New York. She's from New York. There you go. Miss America 2026 crowns new winner Casey Donegan. She will be representing America in the Miss Universe pageant in 2026. There you go. She won a $50,000 scholarship.
And there was much rejoicing.
And there was much rejoicing. And you know who else is rejoicing? Our boss.
Alrighty then.
He says it's time to move on, man.
Moving on.
It is. Oh my God! I really can't show the screen right now. Good Lord. Let's see. Oh God.
This is a family
Next up, boys and girls, is it's time for the earthquakes. Yes, it's time to try and figure out why this chick is trying to put on makeup in the middle of a 7.8. I mean, it's I don't understand. Don't understand it myself.
You'll never be understood. Never. Never ever.
Oh my God! Let's see. Is she an actual woman? Das Wolfen wants to know. Yes, maybe. She's an actual woman. Yes, maybe. She is. Well, I mean, that question needs to be asked in this day and age, doesn't it? I mean, it does. It's not a far-out question. Let's see. Well, when Reed puts giant lines on the ground for Galactus to see... That's right, he did. He was trying to trap him, and he had this big square mouth.
Follow the yellow line, please.
I'm sorry, you got me laughing right out the gate, and I couldn't finish reading it. Good Lord. But anyway, it is time for the earthquakes. Let's go ahead and pull those up real quick. First up, we had a blood moon this week. That's why I put it on a thumbnail. You don't see that very often. We got some of the better pictures from it. It was from the 7th to the 8th. Lunar eclipse, which makes the moon turn blood red. And and I wanted to show you some of these pics. These were from different places. This one is over the Temple of Apollo in Turkey. That one right there, let's see, Amir Krish image of the moon moments before it was engulfed in Earth's shadow over Pakistan, right there. And a couple of these are pretty cool. Hang on. That one I thought was neat. That's a pretty neat one. The goddess Irene in the sky over Greece.
Come on, Irene.
Yeah, right? Then you got the dragon. Check him out. Moon floats in the claw of a stone dragon. That one's from China. And then you had this one.
Bro. That's good right there.
Yeah. Atop of Tokyo's famous Sky Tree Tower in Japan. That's neat. That makes it look like it's the head of a scepter or something, right? Doesn't it, Dan? Isn't that cool? I just thought it was cool to see some of the images of the blood moon. I thought that was neat.
Absolutely, man.
You don't see that very often, man.
You don't see that very often, bro.
No, you don't, bro. Bro.
Glad you brought it to our attention, bro.
Oh, man.
It's awesome.
Bring this to your attention. Cartel connection. Hezbollah and Iran exploit Maduro's Venezuela for cocaine cash. Hezbollah has become... I'm sorry? What'd you say?
Medulla oblongata.
Yeah, there you go. Hezbollah has become a main money launderer for narco-terrorism groups like Trenda Arguella? Is that what that says? Arriga? Yeah, whatever.
There you go.
Former DA official says. Yeah, and then they show the footage of that boat getting lit up. Yeah. That's pretty crazy, man. That's pretty nuts. Back in the day, our government was involved in the triangle trade there with the guns and drugs and all that shit. So this doesn't surprise me at all. But, I mean, what are you going to do?
We get to pay for all that stuff.
Yeah, we do. Appeals court upholds E. Jean Carroll's $83 million defamation judgment against Trump. Now, this is the girl that says she was sexually harassed and violated by the president. Right. And nothing in criminal court was found him guilty or anything, but civil court defamation, they did say that he did defame her. So the appellate court held it up. Yep, there you go. That's a drop in the bucket for that dude, though, man. You see how much they're making off of crypto? Oh, my God. They're trying to set up crypto as the big thing. That's kind of scary. Let's see what else we got here. Hang on. Let's see what they're saying over here in the chat real quick before I go too much further. Let's see. No way, bro. Where's Martin? Should he know about all this? Or was he caught in moving cocaine about? No, Ariel, stop that. You know, Martin left Venezuela. He left his family behind in Venezuela to get away from the communists down there. That's why he's in Mexico now. Did the harassment age her? No, that's just father time. That's all it is. Keely Chow says there's a reason why gang members are have infiltrated the military. Ooh, that's an interesting take right there. Wow.
Man, that's been going on forever, dude.
Yeah, it has. Okay, let's see what's next. More than 60 shipping containers. I'm going to play this without any sound just so you'll see. But fell off a cargo ship into the waters of Port of Long Beach, California. Look at this. They unstrapped them and they just started falling into the ocean, man.
But if you read the article, they're talking about the ballast was probably not right in the ship to begin with because it was really listing, I think it's the starboard. So as soon as they started taking those straps off, those cargo containers went into the drink. So.
Pop your mic, dude. Yeah.
The captain's going to have some explaining to do because apparently that ship was listing pretty bad.
Yeah.
So the ballast wasn't right. So as soon as they popped those cargo straps, they all went into the water.
Yikes, man. Yeah. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Oy. Yeah, Kelly just, damn. bunch of Chinese fell out of the containers. No,
Yeah.
no, but it was Chinese goods. This was like stuff going to Walmart, stuff like that. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Hellfire missile bounces off mysterious orb in stunning UAP footage shown to Congress. Now, first of all, Danny, I want to know when they changed they keep changing the language. They're talking about UFOs. They're talking about unidentified flying objects, but they're calling them UAPs now, which stands for unidentified aerial phenomenon. What was wrong with the UFO?
What's wrong with cashier? Now it's like a fucking dinero technician. I don't even know what they call it anymore. Yeah.
But yeah, let me go ahead. We don't need any sound for this, but I wanted you guys to see it. Check this out. This is the actual footage of this thing. Look at this. Watch it come in from the top left.
Amazing. It looks like asteroids, dude.
Yeah, right?
It's just all that is asteroids.
Is that crazy? This was shown at a witnesses showed it during a congressional hearing this week on UAPs, and a lot of people Errol says BS. Yeah, she's calling BS. Yeah. This guy just got up there and just told him about something that he'd seen, and it's
says,
BS.
I need money. So there you go.
I need money. Yeah,
I need money to check it out.
There you go. Yep.
He's playing asteroids and just decided to
right
the video and say, look, we got UAPs or whatever that means.
Unidentified aerial
penises.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
Yeah, that's the world we're living in now. So,
jeez, they changed UFO to UAP roundabout the media blitz for the disclosure they did a few years back. Okay, all right. They acting like the missile didn't fall to the ground. Yeah, right. Okay, next up. Here we go. A man allegedly jumps off a Royal Caribbean cruise ship to avoid paying $16,000 gambling debt. Jay Gonzalez Diaz was on the Rhapsody of the Sea near Port San Juan in Puerto Rico at the time of the incident on September 7th.
The dice were not kind to him. So
the dice were obviously not kind to him. Let me tell you guys something. If you got a problem gambling, call it 1-800-GAMBLER, will you? I mean, get some help, man. I know it's
off a cruise ship. There you go.
Yeah, don't jump off a cruise ship. Yeah, don't do that. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. That's never cool. Because first of all, those are floating cities, man. You can get hurt jumping off of one of those damn things. But I was just going to say, call 1-800-GAMBLER. There's people there that can get you the right resources to get help, dude. Because look, you can't get away from it. I've been watching football all day, and there's FanDuel ads on it all fucking day long. And I saw one that had a bunch of stars on it talking about in-game parlays and stuff. I'm like, God, they're coming up with more ways to get your money, man. Because look, these things don't do it to not make money. The house is going to get their money. You're going to lose yours. Okay?
No,
that's just all there is to it.
I'm guaranteed to win, it says. I'm guaranteed to win.
Guaranteed to win, yeah.
Come on.
I only do the penny slot machines. There you go. There you go. My dad had to call that. Really, Ariel? Yeah, you've told me about that. Ariel lived near Vegas. Yeah. What's the charge for Coast Guard and ambulance ride? Yeah, well, we're paying that, aren't we? Yeah. A few years ago, ESPN got into gambling, and now it's infiltrated College Game Day. It's all over the place, man.
All over
it was done.
Got their own version of it. Every major sport does. So.
Yes. Every major sport does. And I can't tell you how much I do not like Vegas even having sports teams. I really don't even like them being there, you know. I mean, we could do a whole show about gambling and sports, the tie-ins, how many times it's been fixed, that kind of thing. It's bad. For those of us that just enjoy sports for what they are, Danny and I both played football, so that's a sport he and I really interact on. And, you know, I love the game. Of course, he'll tell you I was bigger than everybody else at my age. I was an offensive and defensive lineman, if you guys can believe that. I was, when I grew up, I was a 6 foot tall stick figure, but at a young age, I was taller than everybody else. So I was, I was in the trenches. And I don't know if you remember, Dan, when the Elm Grove guys came to try to do a warm up with us, and I got pounded into the dirt for an entire afternoon with those dudes. That was painful, but you know what? It was a lot of fun too.
Tell the tale, dude. So
yep.
There you go.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I would never gamble on it. Dad told me at a young age, man. He said, "Look, don't bet on boxing or football." I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, boxing's rigged. It always has been.
Yep.
And football doesn't matter how good one team is over the other team. You never know where that oblong ball is going to bounce. You just don't know." So, yeah, even when you think it's a sure thing, the football gods have a way to tell you, nope, it's not going to work. Has nothing to do with betting. Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Danny and I do the picks every week, and we do it for fun. Just for bragging rights. And our dad keeps winning it, but I do show Dad special. Yeah, Danny wants an asterisk on his name every year because he, at some point during the year, he always.
I was gonna pick them, and
yeah, but this is what I was gonna do. Yeah, okay. So, I thought this was interesting. On the same day, kind of like the 3 Million Man March you guys were talking about. This happened on the 10th and 11th. Of course, we had September 11th this week. You don't ever want to forget that. We had the reading of the names and all that stuff this time around again. I had somebody ask me if they did anything for September 11th, because Charlie Kirk had been killed the day before. I was like, yeah, it was all over the TV. The president was at the Pentagon that day with Hegseth, and they had the reading of the names just like they always do in New York. Watched it on the news that morning.
You see the president, man, he's nodding off. It looks like he's had a stroke.
There is real quick before I show that, since you brought it up, that I've seen stories out there about that maybe he might have. He does look like he's got that drooping.
I mean, he was drooping really bad on the right side.
Well, there's been rumors that his health isn't the greatest in the world. Yeah. So this story right here happened on the 10th and the 11th. At least 193 people, including dozens of students, dead after 2 separate boating accidents. The deadly incidents occurred on September 10th and 11th, about 150 miles from each other, authorities said. Now, the first one was September 10th. A motorboat capsized, leaving 86 people dead, including dozens of students. In another incident on the 11th, a whale boat caught fire and capsized, leaving 107 people dead, while 209 survivors were rescued and 146 people are still missing. Let's see.
What is a whale boat?
The 2 separate boating disasters in the Democratic Republic of Congo. That's where it happened. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. A whole bunch of people lost their lives on those days. It's pretty weird. But once again, my boss, the stroke or Bell's palsy. Yeah. My buddy had that happen to him. Dallas had that happen to him a few years back. Part of his face kind of got affected by it. Bell's palsy. Yeah. And the boss says,
Alrighty then.
Guess we're all done with that. Danny, did you freeze on me? Is that what you did then? He might have froze on me, but the show will continue. Before we get out of the earthquakes, we of course have to talk about those people that we send to represent us at the state, local, and federal level. And you know who they are. They are America's best und brightest. Okay. Okay, I was wondering what the hell was going on here, man. Hang on. I've got to do a little bit of... There we go. Okay, now I'm not so confused. I had your Simple Jack Award as up where I couldn't see the rest of the articles on this other thing. Okay, first up, under the best und brightest, boys and girls, we've got the French. Let's see. France plunges into chaos as Prime Minister loses confidence vote. Francois forced to resign after just 9 months, leaving Macron without solution to rising national debt. You see the landslide decision right there. It's crazy. 9
months and he's gone.
He is gone. They've got a real problem with their budget over there. That they can't figure out how to pay their debts and all that good stuff.
Look,
it's
you can
crazy.
look at any major country, and we're not immune to that. Look at our debt.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's our leaders putting us in that position.
Ariel says, I see Stallone fired you guys. No, we fired him. I was tired of him yelling at us. We decided to go get a kindler, gentler guy like Jim Carrey. Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Ace Ventura.
Damn, Killy Chow says. Okay, next up. Let's see. UK fires its ambassador to Washington over emails to Jeffrey Epstein. What? Epstein, once again. You know what? I'm going to have to make a video kind of like I made with what was it? It was the Diddy files. I'm going to have to replace Diddy's face on all those videos with Epstein. And we're going to have the Epstein files, man.
He's not going away.
But he's not going away. He's just absolutely will not go away.
Nope.
This gentleman's name is Peter Mandelson. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Peter Pervertedness.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome?
He's on the flight logs.
Yeah, there you go. That's crazy, man. Unbelievable. And that's not the only one we've got about that, but we'll get to it. Former Republican Congressman Madison Cawthorn arrested after failing to turn up in court. Now, what you're seeing here is the dash cam, and he's driving, which anybody
That's why he was supposed to be in court, because he was driving without a license.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not supposed to be driving without a license.
He lost his seat because he was doing coke and having orgies with the wrong people. But this guy.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
And, of course, his whole thing was pretty efficiently handled, and he was in and out, boom, done. Right, $2,000 bail, get out of here, and he'll run again.
Yeah,
but he's not going to run in his home state of North Carolina. He's going to go down to Florida and run for a Senate seat there, if you read the article. So, that's the face of a politician right there. Coke and orgy, go to a different state and run for Congress again. There you go.
That's it. There you go. Next up. Yeah, here's the footage. That's right. And that's the first one of the infamous, you know what we call them. It's the Trump cards, boys and girls. We got to talk about the Trump cards before we get out of the best and brightest. You know how that goes. We got to talk the Trump cards. This is the footage I promised you of the Venezuelan boat getting slammed by a missile. There you go. The boot. Das Boot.
How much taxpayer dollars did we spend on this thing?
All right. This is it right here.
Damn, blast. Look out.
Yeah. Our weapons are pretty accurate, I'd say. I don't know.
All the dope is going up in smoke and marine life getting high. I mean, that's irresponsible, dude.
Well, the president says, please let this serve as a notice to anybody even thinking about bringing drugs into the United States. Right? So, and this is who's waiting for you, boys and girls, right here. All these pictures of the boats that are going to be waiting on you. Yes. There is no sound because I have to jump back and forth. Unless I really want you to hear the sound, then, And besides, that video didn't have sound anyway.
You hear the woof.
But yeah, you would have heard. Yeah, that's what you would have heard, man.
Oh my God! I'm burning alive.
I mean,
humanity.
Hello, nurse. Killy Chow in the house feeding the ducks, man. What do you? I'm showing boats here. What's up, man? This is nice. Oh man. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Are the right people to have? Are there right people to have orgies? Asking for a friend.
There is actually. Can't say here.
Oh, let's see what's next here. Oh yeah, this one. There's a trump card. He wants to go away, and we want answers about. Epstein asked Ghislaine Maxwell to remove Trump from list of associates. New emails reportedly revealed. Now, when they say new emails, no, they're saying it's new because it's emails that have just been uncovered. Jeffrey Epstein and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell exchanged cryptic emails about removing Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, from a list of high-powered people Maxwell sent Epstein shortly after he was criminally charged in 2006. Now, this probably had to do with the land deal that he and Trump were both after a piece of property, if you remember. Huge tract of land, and so yeah, there you go. Pretty interesting.
It's not going away.
No, it's not going away. Epiphiles.
And look,
there it is. Epiphiles. Yeah.
Mr. Kirk was very vocal about these things need to come out in total. We ran on transparency, and these Epstein files need to come out in total, unredacted.
Yes.
He was vocal about it. He was very public about that. So.
They need to.
And then he gets assassinated. Boom.
Yeah. Done.
Stop that.
Don't know where that came from.
People in power, man, they don't pay a price. They don't. They'll pay a price in the hereafter. So
they have to really get caught. I mean, you know, the only time I remember in my lifetime one of these guys actually getting caught, it was Nixon, and it was his own damn fault because he recorded everything he did in the White House. You know, and they got a hold of it. Yeah.
He got impeached. Wow.
Well, they were about to. He resigned because they were about to throw the book at him. That's why he left. No, they didn't, because he left. That's why they didn't throw the book at him. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, breaking. President Trump announces he is awarding Charlie Cook the posthumous, Presidential Medal of Freedom, and I think that's well deserved. I think that's well deserved. His mission was a good one. It was one that was supposed to elevate the level of debate in this country, get it out of the partisanship, you know. And yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame what happened.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And Trump says he'll send National Guard to Memphis, escalating his use of troops in U.S. cities. There's been rumor, Dan, that he's actually thinking about. I think I saw a story locally that 1,000 National Guard troops are going to be activated and sent not to Shreveport, but New Orleans and Baton Rouge. And they are talking about Shreveport. Yes, they are talking about doing Shreveport. Yeah.
Martial law.
Yeah,
consolidation of power.
It's another slippery slope. But you know,
that's great. As you get your freaking rights whittled away.
That's it, man. That's it. It all started with the Patriot Act. It all started with that one right there, and that's you know, Dan. That's why I love the Winter Soldier so much, because it's a superhero movie, but at its core, it's a danger of the surveillance state, you know, kind of story. And yeah, it's
sure. Look at the modern adaptation of the old movie. Eagle Eye with what's my guy's name?
Cillian Murphy. Isn't it Cillian Murphy? Isn't he in the Eagle Eye?
The guy that was in the first two Transformer movies, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. You mean just do it? Yeah.
It was all about surveillance. Yeah. So.
But it's the power these people have to do whatever they want with that information, and just shut you down, basically. Okay, boys and girls, that is it for this week's section on America's Best und Brightest.
Best video ever.
Ever, he says. Best video ever. Okay, so we've got one more section that we've added that I have to talk about this week. Before we get out of here, don't worry, we're going to get you over there for the kickoff in plenty of time. But Danny came up with another segment. He loves coming up with segments. And this time around, I'll let him tell you what the segment is called.
Sodom and Gomorrah now.
Yeah, that biblical paradise. Yeah, let's find out what that's all about, shall we?
Anything
well,
goes.
First of all, this one was put up on Sean Hannity's frickin' Instagram page. He says, 88-year-old jeweler, who you see in the foreground there, down at the bottom, is shirtless. Hadn't even opened his store yet. In San Jose, suffers a stroke after thugs ram his store, but hey, Gavin Newsom says crime is down. Perfect timing for 2028, right? These guys just backed. These guys just backed up the truck in there and just came in there.
Oh, shove my dude out of the way.
Yeah. Look, his son's over here in the corner going, please don't hit me.
What the fuck?
You know? And you'll notice them run all of a sudden here in a minute. And I think it was because they heard police sirens is why they ran. There's something in the background.
The old timer, just the shirtless old timer.
Yeah. Yeah, he really deserved that, didn't he? I mean, that's crazy.
California.
That is absolutely nuts, man.
California.
Arrow says these guys stole the shirt off his back. Yeah, right. that's horrible, isn't it? Next, this guy right here. John 15:13 tells us that no greater love has a man than this, he that lays his life down for his friends. Shot twice in the heart. Man throws himself in front of fiancé after confronting a McDonald's drive-through leads to fatal shooting, family says. This guy jumped in front of his fiancé to save her life. It's damn horrible. They've got a GoFundMe. It's for a Humberto Delgado. That's the guy that's accused of shooting him. The guy's name that got shot is Feliciano Felix Curiel. That's the guy's name. And they've got a GoFundMe for him. So if you feel like you have the wherewithal and can do it, go help him out. Damn, you got Keely Chow saying damn at every article, bro. Yeah, brave soul. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the only reason why I can quote that Bible verse is my favorite one. It's what Memorial Day is all about. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've read that one several times. Lastly, mushroom killer given 3 life sentences for feeding her relatives a deadly meal that killed estranged husband's parents. Aaron Patterson, 50, was handed 3 life sentences with no parole for 33 years on Monday, September 8th. According to reports.
No.
I mean, just what the hell? What? You know.
You got some serious hatred in your heart doing shit like that. I mean.
Yeah, you do. Boys and girls, keep your head on a swivel, because you know what's going on around here. They say he's coming back one day, and things are going to get bad right before it. So remember, it's Sodom and Gomorrah now.
Sodom and Gomorrah now.
Yeah, that's right. Look out. All right, boys and girls. It's coming down the stretch. I hear in my ear. He doesn't say all righty.
In my ear.
He's actually worried about me right now. He says, I got to put on the pads. I got to buckle the chin strap, because it's time. It's time, boys and girls, to turn out the lights.
I have have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
I've got to play it twice. Those are some of the greatest knockouts I've ever seen, man. And you know what's funny? Mike Tyson's one is probably the nicest of the bunch. Really. You know, it's an uppercut, but the guy, probably didn't feel a thing. You know.
I mean,
the Rockman knockout, the friggin' the Steve Largent getting revenge on that asshole from the Denver Broncos. And then you've got Kurt Warner just getting evaporated on live television by Bobby McRae.
Anger issues with Kurt Warner. Oh.
What is going on, Penny? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Tell Danny I said hi. She's got a son named Danny over there in Vegas. Good to see you. Good to see you, Penny. My last word tonight is about this company that NASA confirms moon landing by a private American spacecraft. Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost Mission 1 made a landing near Mons Latrell in Mare Crisium on the moon's near surface. And teams expect about 1 lunar day of surface operations. It's not manned. This is just it's got some motorized stuff that's going to pick up samples and stuff. But yeah, we have actually got something that's landed on the moon again. We've gone to the moon again.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, Daniel says. Allegedly, he doesn't believe it. I think Earth.com is a credible source, so I'm going to believe it.
Earth.com is beyond reproach.
Woo! That looks fake as hell.
You know what I'm saying? There you go. Told you.
He said it was AI. This is probably just a depiction of it, guys. I'm not saying this picture is of it actually on the moon, but that's what the craft looks like, and they did land it apparently. So, allegedly, according to my brother. So I just thought it was neat, man. I thought I wanted something uplifting after the just putrid sludge that's been going on this week, and it has been putrid. That's why I unplugged this week, guys. I had to get away from it, man. And I really recommend doing that, by the way. Instead of being all pissed off and if I'd have done my stream Wednesday night, I probably would have said some shit that I would not, I'd have to take back, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I gave myself a few days before I got on TV. But yeah, I highly recommend you unplug, guys, because if you don't, you're just going to get worked up into a frenzy. And I know people that have been, and it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. So, yep. Ariel says that it didn't happen. Well, when they bring this stuff back, we'll see. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Next up, you know what time it is, boys and girls. It's time for that part of the show where Danny gives out that award that he gives out every week. And don't forget to unmute to talk during the video. But you know what time it is. It's time for the Simple Jack Award. It's that award that we give out, or Danny gives out every week for people that are trying to do the right thing, but they just can't quite get it done, man. They're aiming to do good things. Like Simple Jack here.
This week was aiming to do any good things.
You don't think he was?
No, I don't think
is it a he or she? I don't remember.
Oh, my God.
It was a she? Okay. Well, I'm going to read the headline, and then you can tell them all about it.
Smile for the camera edition?
Smile for the camera edition. Woman smiles in mugshot after attacking boyfriend with a hatchet while he slept. Oh, my God. A hatchet.
Yeah,
all I can see is The Patriot with Mel Gibson right now, dude. Oh my God! Yikes! Wow.
Yeah, so he attacked her.
Oh my God! Check out that smile.
This is what I'm saying. This is Smile for the Camera edition. Hey, I just freaking whacked my boyfriend in the head with a hatchet. How you doing? She hit him in the head with a hatchet a couple times. Cut off a couple of his fingers. She's homeless. He's homeless. They're living in some garage off the side, built off the side of this this attaching building, and another homeless person witnessed the whole thing. He heard some. What he said, he says, and you look at the article, it says it sounded like, wood splintering. Can you imagine?
Ugh.
The dude was sitting there, he's telling the story. He's like, I was sleeping. The next thing I know, I'm getting whacked. They arrest her. They're all homeless, right? And this is her mugshot. How's it going? I can endorse hatchets for you. I know how to use them. Sign me up. She's a total retard on just a global scale, man. That's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never go full retard.
She did, boy. Look at Keely Chow cannot control himself. If he sees a girl that's even halfway pretty, he starts feeding the ducks. Look at this. You're a goon, man. You're a goon.
This lady attacked a dude, her boyfriend, with a hatchet at like 3 a.m. How's it going, honey? Whack. 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 I love you. Whack.
Ariel says, using this as a dating app.
I'm telling you.
I can't wait for shotties on, let's see, WWH Nitro tomorrow night on ETEP's channel. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, his segment was definitely going to have this chick. Definitely going to have her on there. She's opening up an OnlyFans account. God, man.
Let's have some fun.
That is crazy, boys and girls. That is crazy. All right, boys and girls. I hope you've had fun with us after this crazy-ass week. I want to remind you, if you don't remember me ever telling you this before, I know you've seen this meme on here a bunch of times. Yes, you need to be this tall to get into NATO. But more importantly, remember that one, boys and girls. They're trying to divide us. Don't let them do it. Let's stick together in this thing, man. Because what the government fears is us together, man. It really does. So don't forget that. I want to thank you for being here. Danny, I want to thank you for being here. I'm sorry it's been so long. I kind of put it on the back burner last week because my favorite sport started up, so I had to watch it. But Killy Chow, he says, thank you for a great show. Let me tell you something, buddy. We do it all for you guys. We get together and have a few laughs. It's a chance for me and Danny to interact once a week at least, even though we do live kind of close to each other geographically, but still we're both busy guys, so we have to make time for each other every week, and we figure we do it having fun with you guys. Let's see. That's Danny. He's telling you God bless. Look, guys, let me tell you what's going on with the channel before we get out of here. To the dulcet tones of Sharkin' for Pearls. You want to check out Sharkin' for Pearls?
Shifty.
Yeah, Shifty with an F, boys and girls. Not 2 T's, 1 T, an F and a T. Shifty Breeze. I got to get the graphic for Sojourn and get it up here. This is the last one I got was Astral Plane. He's working on his, what? This is your 5th one you're working on? Right now? Or is it the 6th one?
6th one, yeah, 6th one.
My God, Sojourn's his 5th album in just under 2 years, guys. He's cranking out the hits. You guys go check him out everywhere where you can get music.
No better time than the present, man. If you got something you're passionate about, do it now because
that's it.
Not a second is promised to us.
That's it. That's it. Don't procrastinate. That's for sure. We do the Hacking of the Matrix every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Be sure to be back next week as we bring you the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. And then, of course, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., it's over on Pop Culture Minefield. Check us out on Military Monday as me, Pope, and Gary, all vets, get together and talk about a military movie with the help of Martin and Anima. You guys come check it out, 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield's channel. And then at 4 p.m. Central Time, it'll be time for It's Only Talk and Roll over on That 70s Rock Fans channel. Not sure what he's doing tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll be fun. You guys come by at 4 p.m. Central Time and check us out on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then, of course, at 6:30 p.m., it's time for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And tomorrow night, I start my playthrough of Mass Effect 3. That's right. I finished Mass Effect 2 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to start Mass Effect 3. So you guys come check it out this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Then, of course, Wednesday, it's back over to Pop Culture Minefields channel for Wednesday afternoon matinee. I go over there at about 3 o'clock. While Gary, Martin, and Anima talk about a great movie. I think we didn't do the show last week because right before we went on the air, Charlie Kirk got lost his life, and we were very upset. I know Gary was crying about it, and we decided to pull both of our shows that day. So we're going to be doing Wind River this week, one of my favorite movies. It was my first exposure to Taylor Sheridan and his little universe of stuff that he does. It's got Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen. That's right. It's got Hawkeye and the Scarlet Witch in it. So you guys go check it out. It's very good. It's called Wind River. And meet us at 3 o'clock over on Pop Culture Minefields channel to talk about it. And then, of course, at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for State of the Atmosphere, the pop culture show we do every week where we clue you in on what's going on in movies, shows, games, and the Sydney Sweeney Report. So you guys come check it out every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, Fridays, it's time for Sketching the Privateer. The story of America's Pirate Patriot continues to be created as I work on finishing page 7 and move on to page 8 with the inking job, as you see there in the thumbnail. So you guys come check it out at 1 p.m. Central Time on Friday. And that leads us right back around to NFL pregame party at 10 a.m. On every football Sunday. We clue you in on what happened on Saturday with the Saturday slate of college games, and we let you know what we think is going to happen that day in the NFL. So you guys come check it out. If you want to watch football talk by people that don't care about point spreads and betting, we just care about the game, you guys come check it out. 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday mornings. And then it's right back around here for me and Hylunder. So, for myself, and there can be only one, the Hylunder, I want to thank you for being here. And our new producer wants to let you know, before we get out of here. Oh, wait, let me check the chat. And Aunt Kay is here at the last minute. She said, way to go, Dan. Talking about your albums. That is a great show on Monday. Thank you. I appreciate it. And she's talking Mass Effect, and Keely Chow is calling it what all the guys call it, Ass Effect, because there's a bunch of good-looking chicks in it. Oh my God, Wind River is a true and amazing. Yes, it is. It's fantastic. Yep. So, look, boys and girls, I want to thank you for being here, and you know what I'm going to tell you before we get out of here. I'm going to tell you to take care of yourselves. Look, in this crazy-ass time, watch out for your loved ones, too. Keep your head on a swivel. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.
Alrighty then.